Okay, so now the next problem that I have is that now that he's supported up to the stem, this little pea plant, he's fallen over. He needs to find something to climb, so he needs a little trellis. So what I did here is I just went over to a tree, and I'm just going to try this idea. This is how everything works. You got to MacGyver everything. Cut off a branch. I'm going to take the leaves off, but leave it kind of spindly. And then it can climb and maneuver, and I don't have to use any tape or actually put strings or anything on the trellis. It'll just climb and wrap around these branches naturally. We'll see. All right, and so here's the net result. So I think it's gonna climb this thing, and by the time that this pea plant sprawls out across all of this, and I train it, it will have outgrown the amount of soil and nutrition in there, and when it begins to yellow, that's when it's consumed all the nitrogen in there. So you have nitrogen, which is your green growth. If you need to produce green new shoots, you need magnesium. You can use a little bit of Epsom salt in some water, not too much, probably about 300 parts per million if you have a ppm meter, to really boost those new shoots and stuff. But as long as it's growing fine, it's got enough magnesium. So you got nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is your roots. Phosphorus is when it starts to fruit up, but right now it's not doing that. It's still in a growing phase. The fruiting is induced typically by photoreceptiveness, so depending on the amount of sunlight that the plant gets, will actually cause the fruiting process to happen. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys done up next. And also, when you're trying to remove from plastic trays, the best way to do, honestly, is just to scrap these plastic trays. They suck because they don't breathe very well, because roots actually breathe oxygen. As silly as that sounds, the top half of the leaf breathes your CO2 gases, and then the roots actually breathe oxygen. So if you can use things that are more breathable, that's why I like to choose these. Air pots are some of the best, but the faster you can grow the roots, the faster the upper half above soil the plant can grow. So I'm going to just cut these, basically take my knife here, I'm going to make an incision, I'm going to cut it out so that I can keep the root mound, the root ball, pretty well close together. Alright, and here we got this next one picked out. Cut it off the branch with a knife, picked it, and it's going to go well when this one gets a little bit bigger. That one's looking good. That'll sell for $5. Do some door-to-door sales and teach the kiddo about money. Do it like that. Just seat it in there. We add a little bit more dirt. If I need to, I'll fasten it to the side wall. So a zip tie or something. Poke a hole, zip tie it tight. Whatever you gotta do. Here's two. And we're recycling the dirt. 2 more to go. So we planted like 20 seeds, 20 pea seeds that we popped. 4 lived into, potentially maturing adolescence, I guess you'd call it. Alright, so I'm gonna get going on these other ones. Hopefully one day I'll get a freaking haircut. Peace.